If you are thinking about selling a property in Lake County with a septic system, then this video is for you. Hi guys, it's Mark Heidi with eXp Realty here in Leadville, Colorado, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about selling a home with a septic system. So septic systems have some separate considerations that you'll need to take into account other than above just selling a home with a public sewer connection. So if you're not connected to the public sewer, you have what we usually call a septic system, or more formally, an on-site wastewater treatment system. And those systems are regulated by the County Department of Health, Environmental Health. So the main point here is that there is a process that you need to follow anytime you're selling a home with a septic system. There's a transfer of title application that you need to fill out and get a permit to sell that property. The whole concept here is to make sure that your on-site wastewater treatment system is functioning properly as it should, that it's up to date and meets local code. Some of the systems around the county have been here for years and years, and they may not be functioning properly, and some of the types of systems are no longer allowed. So basically, first of all, what is a septic system? There's a picture of a septic system right behind me here. This is a more modern system that was just installed a couple of years ago. But generally, you have a pipe coming out of your house, just like you normally would with all of your wastewater in it. And that goes into a tank, normally made of concrete, that's buried in your yard somewhere. And you typically have two lids on top of that tank. From the tank, then the wastewater goes downstream to a leach field, which is what's behind me. And those are the basic components of a system. More modern systems, you might have a mound. You could have electronics, including, a pump, an alarm. So there's just different kinds of systems, and yours, you might have a newer or older system. They're all a little bit different. So systems weren't designed to last forever. Most of these things had a design life of about 40 years. And to make sure that your system lasts as long as it can, you're going to want to keep up with maintenance on it. The most basic maintenance involves just making sure that you pump your tank every 3 to 5 years. If you don't pump your tank, it can fill up with solids and then actually clog your leach field, and that is not a good thing. That can cause you to have to redo the entire leach field. Also, with newer systems, with some of the components I talked about, it's a good idea to get an inspector out about every 3 years just to do a once-over, check the system, and make sure it's functioning correctly. You're also going to want to make sure that anytime you have a septic system, you're not putting things down the drain that you shouldn't be, especially, greases, fats, solids, dental floss, anything you shouldn't normally be flushing down a toilet goes double when you have a septic system. Let's see here. So let's get a little bit into what you need to do now if you're going to sell your home that has a septic system. So the county has put together a nice website that I will leave links to in the description below. And here is the county website. As you see, you can get to it by going to departments, community planning, development, and septic. And it goes into some of the information here that you need to know about. Let's see here. The septic system transfer of title acceptance document. If you click on that link, that'll give you most everything you need to know. The first thing when you get there is they have a PDF guide, a homeowner's guide. Click on that. It talks about exactly what you need to do when you're selling a home with a septic system. The checklist with these just 3 items, basically filling out the permit, hiring an inspector, they have this big warning here: do not have the system pumped and cleaned prior to the inspection. You need the guys need to go and do that all at the same time. Let's see here, and yeah, you'll need to fill out this owner information section here. They have that all online, so we'll look at that in just a second. One important thing to note is that once you get snow on the soil treatment area, the leach field, you can't do an inspection after that. So once we get snow in the winter, you're out of luck until spring as far as getting an inspection. You can still sell a home, but the buyer's going to need to sign an affidavit saying that they will get it inspected when the snow melts, and then they are likely going to be on the hook for any repairs that need to be made. So let's see here. Let's go back and just look at the rest of the process here. You can see they have a link to the application. If you click on that, you can fill this all out online, just basic information, you know, your name, address, the property information, owner information. If there's agents involved, if there's a title company involved, that should be filled out. And then they have some general questions that you should answer to the best of your ability here. And then according to this, it's a $60 fee. And then you can, when you continue there, it'll allow you to go ahead and make that payment and get that submitted. Now, after you submit that application to the county, you're going to want to hire an inspector to come out and pump and inspect the system. They have a list in this link right here on their webpage with all of the licensed inspectors and installers, engineers. If you scroll down, these are the ones you're going to want to pay attention to here, where it says TOT inspector next to them. So some of these guys only do pumping and inspection. Some of them will also do repairs. Some of them will work with people who do repairs. If you need help with this, I'm always happy to help put you in touch with the right people and make sure that, make sure you're talking to the right folks for the job. One thing to keep in mind is that these guys can book up pretty far out in the summer. It's not uncommon for them to be booked out 1 to 2 months in advance. So as soon as you know you're going to list your home, it's a good idea to go ahead and apply for the TOT permit and get on the books with an inspector to have your system looked at. Usually these inspections are going to run about $1,000 all in. You're going to have an inspection fee, and then the inspector has to pay to dump all that waste that they pump out of your tank. So I've talked to a few of these guys just to verify their prices for the 2024 season, and they're all, for an average size tank, right around about $1,000 to $1,100. So once you get them out, they will fill out the necessary paperwork for the county to complete the transfer of title application. And then the county will get back to you with the approval. And a lot of times they may require some conditional repairs. So you'll see that when you get it back. And if you have questions, you can call either your inspector or the county. I found the county to be fairly responsive when I've needed to talk with them. So definitely give them a call if you're not sure what's going on. But as I think I may have mentioned before, you know, if your system is in complete failure and you have to put in a new system, you're probably looking at about $30,000 to $50,000 for a new system. So it's not a trivial amount of money. So it's a good idea to find out, make sure you're not going to have any problems before you price your home and start negotiating with the buyer. Sometimes repairs can be just a couple $100 up to a couple $1,000. So regardless, bottom line, get the process going early and make sure you know what you're getting into. So I hope this has been helpful. As always, feel free to reach out if you have any questions about what I've talked about here. If you're thinking about selling your home in Lake County, I would love to work with you. My contact information is below. Feel free to contact me anytime. So have a great day and we'll see you in the mountains.